Hi, I'm Jim Kirkos, President of the Meadowlands Regional Chamber of Commerce and the Meadowlands Liberty Convention and Visitors Bureau. For the past 40 years, our organization has been the prime advocate of economic development and business growth here in the Meadowlands. Today we represent close to 1,100 companies that equals 140,000 employees. So our mission is clear: continue economic development. During those years, we've been a prime supporter of the Meadowlands Sports and Entertainment Complex because of the economic impact that that facility and those facilities have had on the entire region. As you know, 555 Worldwide, an international developer, is attempting to build the American dream at the Meadowlands. Recently, I took a fact-finding trip to their operations in Bloomington, Minnesota, and Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, where they operate the Mall of America and the West Edmonton Mall. The purpose of our trip there was to find out for ourselves truly the economic impact of that. You're about to see a video of interviews that I conducted with chamber leaders, tourism executives, business people, and 555 Worldwide employees. We hope you'll enjoy this film.
We pulled together a representation of chambers of commerce and our Visitor and Convention Bureau so that you could get a taste of what we do in Minnesota, and I think they have some questions for you as well, so we can learn from each other tonight.
Great. So this is what I want you to picture. I want you to picture a sports and entertainment complex that has a $1.6 billion stadium, state-of-the-art, with 2 NFL football teams, American Dream with its water park and amusement park, along with the Izod Center, a horse track and casino, a series of maybe 4 or 5 hotels, and then the addition of a 500 or 600,000 square foot convention center, all attached to this complex. And that becomes probably the world's most populous multi-venue sports and entertainment complex.
That name is going to be heard across the world, and people are going to come to equate it with a great destination, a great place to go and visit. And that's invaluable as well to the local businesses, the local community, the hospitality industry.
We have several weekends, including this coming weekend where we have, 3 events on Saturday. So a lot of times we're using all of our different event areas on any given day. So sometimes there's only 1 event, but it gets to be a struggle sometimes with we have 5 event spaces, and sometimes we have more events than we have spaces, so it gets to be a struggle, but that's a good problem to have.
It's a good problem.
But it's the best part of what we do is, it's free to all of our events are free to the public, and the services we offer in terms of marketing and PR are free to the clients.
I think to some of the questions and concerns that your community might have, what's the impact of that? And I think there were those concerns and questions clearly in our community as well, but just to keep it simple, I think time has proven that it was a rising tide that did lift all boats. I think many of those fears have been put to bed, and I think even for a smaller retailer, they even feel the impact, and we see it in our community every day.
I'm told of the great success that Crave has had here. So, more importantly, when you opened up the Crave here at the mall, did business decrease at the Crave at the Galleria?
No, actually, it definitely increased over at the Galleria, but none of our locations, we don't really see any locations stealing traffic away from another. It helps our brand, especially being in the Mall of America, because the Mall of America itself is a well-known brand, just as it is here in Minnesota.
Right.
So being able to partner with them with all of their advertising opportunities, events that they have here in the mall, their website, their social media, everything like that, we're able to piggyback on top of that and increase traffic even more.
So we're at the foot of the amusement park. Tell me a little bit about what the amusement park means to Mall of America.
And it's a whole different experience, and they can get that literally at every entrance because there's 4 main entrances into the park, so they can really experience it all simultaneously or off and on throughout their day. They can just see.
Well, I get a lot of this.
Yeah.
The first time walking and not knowing which way to go, it's just overwhelming.
Jill said either I'm going to love her or I'm going to hate her. The jury's still out. I'll let you know in 5 minutes. It's amazing. You've used every inch of space in the whole place.
You know, transportation and traffic and congestion is probably the #1 issue that's on the minds of all of us in the Meadowlands as we contemplate how to make American Dream successful and what will be the potential negative impacts to the quality of life. So anyone that's not a business advocate is going to want to understand that.
The questions that come to me from the city are not traffic related.
Interesting.
The questions that come to me from the city are, can the shopping center parking supply continue to accommodate parking generated demands? Let's not fool ourselves. Yep. There will be additional traffic generated by this complex on the roadway network. Yep. Let's not fool ourselves. Yep. Right. There will. The question really becomes, what is that magnitude of the incremental increase in traffic activity, and what is the capacity, if any, in terms of spare capacity on the adjacent roadway network to accommodate that incremental increase?
Light rail service.
You will not find a major employer, I can certainly speak for our side of town, but I think across the Twin Cities, who in their HR department does not have literature for the Mall of America. From a business perspective, it is part of the recruitment retention strategy for large companies.
You know, be able to raise money for nonprofits in the area particularly, and those in need. And Dan and I have set a goal. Last year it was $25,000 a day from the building that we were able to raise for nonprofits. This year, I think we're going to do $30,000 a day.
$30,000 a day?
A day that you raise in this building for nonprofits. And you do it in a number of different ways. Sometimes...
Well, that's remarkable. Can I be one of those nonprofits?
I just really want to let you know that this is the first time I've worked in a corporate setting. My career has always been based on nonprofit event management and planning. So to be on the other side of the table, I didn't know what I was going to think. And I cannot express enough with how philanthropic, how giving and caring both the Gramasian family is, as well as our executive leadership team here. I am just amazed every day with what we do and what we give to our community.
The Gingerbread House, when we opened the Gingerbread House, we had international media coverage, garnered millions of dollars worth. We had an intern in our tourism department who was from Switzerland at the time. We had the opening event. She went back to her desk less than an hour later, and her mom was emailing her saying, "You guys just built the world's largest gingerbread house?" It was in Switzerland within an hour, media coverage. And that's kind of the impact that we're able to have here at Mall of America because of the unique things that we do, which is exciting.
Out to Minneapolis in the light rail service.
And prior to that, I ran a small business called Airport Express, which was a family-owned business. And I was running the company when the Mall of America opened 19 years ago. And I can tell you from 19 years ago to today, the Mall of America has had a tremendous impact on a positive note from small business, medium to large.
Well, sure. I mean, you're bringing more people to the marketplace. I mean, that's the whole idea of having facilities in a city. You know, the mall is a bit different. And the mall is a large mall here. We have other malls in different places of the city. And they're all, those malls that run well are doing very, very well.
And none of those malls were put out of business because...
They've all grown.
They've all grown.
They've all grown. So the spin-off effect is tremendous. You know, we guess West Edmonton Mall brings in tens and tens of millions of dollars of business to the city, and also tens of millions of dollars in taxes to us, which, from my point of view, is what pays our police officers and firemen and fixes our roads. So
I would extend, as the City of Hospitality, I would extend this invitation to the mayor, all the community leaders. You must come be our guest, and we will show you exactly what your future is. It's going to be terrific. You have to trust us. We live this with you. You are invited, and do come.
As you witnessed by the interviews, there is great consensus on the positive economic impact a project like the American Dream can have on our region. While the Meadowlands Regional Chamber has been a long supporter for the continued redevelopment of the Meadowlands Sports and Entertainment Complex, we understand the hesitation and sense of apathy that has arisen over time. That is why I went on this fact-finding mission in the first place, to hear for myself directly from those who have experienced what 555 has done not once but twice before. We now have a greater understanding of just how powerful a boost to our regional economy American Dream can provide to us at a time when we most need such a boost. 25,000 new jobs, millions in tax revenue to local and state coffers, and a great new positive image as we continue to build the Meadowlands into a primary destination. A better understanding of this project will help you embrace the project. If we collectively understand the real economic force of this development, we can use it as an energy source that can power the greater Meadowlands economy for the next 30 years, just like the original sports complex did back in the mid-70s. And please know that we are not turning a blind eye to any negative impacts. As every interview I conducted, I asked for those as well. And each and every time I received the same answer. The positive impacts far outweigh any negative ones. But let's be strategic about this. Let's find a way to identify and minimize any negative impacts, perceived or real, and work to embrace all the good that a project of this magnitude can provide to us, just like those communities in and around Bloomington, Minnesota, and Edmonton, Alberta have done. Communities like those, along with many others around the country, are finding ways to bring new energy and job creation to their regions by embracing such economic development opportunities to grow and strengthen their communities. We believe we should be doing the same here in the Meadowlands, and we hope you will agree. Thanks for taking a few minutes to watch this video. We hope it provided you with a better understanding of the American dream at the Meadowlands Project.